Hey everyone, welcome to the Last Movie Run podcast. I'm your host, Josh Gilliam. I'm joined as always by my co-host, Alex Cantor.
As always.
All right. It's it was the spookiest time of year, but we were a day late on this. So we're talking about Ghostbusters today. Not topical movie that came out 40 years ago, but I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I don't like horror movies, so this was just about scary enough for me.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
why we did because you don't like horror movies.
yeah, I still had to have the light on when I was watching it.
Yeah. The lights on for Ghostbusters.
Yeah, exactly.
Slimer was too much for you.
Hey, they got some pretty realistic CGI for 1984, I thought.
I actually the CGI for this movie was really good for the time. I'm actually surprised a movie like this got the budget it did because a lot of this looks really good and holds up.
Yeah, I was surprised as well. I mean, I don't know much about its for reception when it first came out, how big a hit it was.
It did really well. It got a sequel.
Yeah, and like a TV show, I think as well, and then a
Yeah.
sequel a couple years ago, right? Like a spin-off.
Yeah, we the Ghostbusters franchise has done really well because it did the original, then it did Ghostbusters 2, which flopped. Then they did an animated show. Then they were like, what if we did another movie, but it stars like Melissa McCarthy? You remember that one?
Yeah, yeah, I do.
All female Ghostbusters that
And then it's
also
like Chris
flopped.
Hemsworth as the secretary or something like
Yeah.
that.
And that's like one of the most disliked trailers in all of YouTube history.
Seriously?
Yeah. Yeah, people were mad about that. I've not actually seen it. I think it's the only Ghostbusters thing I haven't seen. And it's because I keep forgetting it exists.
Yeah,
Um,
no, they keep putting out new stuff to do with it.
well, I like the newer movies, Afterlife and
I
Frozen
do as well. I
Empire.
thought they were pretty good.
Yeah, they were pretty good. And they constantly bring back Bill Murray, and he every time looks like he does not want to be on that set. Like, and you know what's funny? Even in this first movie, Bill Murray does not look like he wants to be in this movie.
Yeah, there's a lot of just sort of. I felt like I could see this movie being made with all the random throwaway lines and the ways that scenes are put together.
Yeah. And that's just kind of how movies like this were made back then. Like you just riffed for like an hour on set, and then you're like, all right, I'm going home for the day.
Yeah, and I thought there was some other stuff funny in there, like the scene at the end when they're covered with like marshmallow fluff.
Hmm.
Spoilers. Um, Everyone else is absolutely covered in shaving foam. And then Bill Murray just has like
A little
a
on the
little bit
top
on
of
his
his
head.
head.
And you can just like, see the argument I guess they had or whatever.
Hmm.
When he's like, I'm not doing that shit.
Yeah. I took notes on this, and I feel like they're just
Seriously.
yeah. Well, I take notes on all the things we watch. First of all, we're not doing a spoiler section for this. This shit came out 41 years ago. Like, if you haven't seen Ghostbusters, it's just frankly, it's not our fault. Um, yeah, I took notes, but they're like the first note I took was just two words, library ghost. And then which honestly, the library ghost looked really good, but also they did not solve their problems. They just came in, saw a ghost, and ran away.
Yeah, I shouted at it and ran out to the building.
Yeah. I love that they're like, also, I don't remember any of the characters' names. They're all so interchangeable, like Spangler, Vankman. I don't remember which one's which. Actually, Vankman was Bill Murray, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. But I know what you mean. I just sort of just pay attention from the on screen. Venkman, I
Yeah.
know because he keeps sticking his hand out
Yeah.
with, with that EPA guy.
I think Spangler is, oh, what's his name?
David Aykroyd.
Yeah, Dan Aykroyd. Totally
David
blanked
Aykroyd,
on
Dan
that.
Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd's a crazy individual. Do you know that?
No, I heard his name before, but then I didn't realize he was in the movie.
Yeah, he's like a conspiracy theorist.
Seriously.
Yeah, he owns a vodka brand that's like Crystal Head vodka. It's like in crystal skulls, like Indiana Jones crystal
What?
skulls.
Seriously?
Yeah.
All right. Well. Good for him.
Yeah,
You know,
crazy
I would do
dude.
the same if I was in Ghostbusters.
And that's why he keeps coming back to Ghostbusters because he loves this shit. Um,
Yeah, he's convinced that he's in a documentary.
yeah. The Ghostbusters documentary.
Exactly.
I would watch that.
Anyways, let's actually talk about this movie.
Well, here's a fun plot point I like from this movie. After they run away from a ghost and they're like, "All right, we just totally flubbed our first encounter. Let's start a company." They need a space and they take Dan Aykroyd's like family house and reverse mortgage it.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite lines is they're like, that was my parents' house. You didn't even try to fight for a lower rate. You just took whatever they gave you.
I know.
And
So many of the lines in this movie is just they're just coming up with random
yeah,
scenes and stitching them together with some ghosts.
yeah, my note says they absolutely fucked Spangler with that mortgage at 19%, and Venkman didn't even try to get it lower.
Yeah. That's why Ghostbusters 2 flopped. It's just
Yeah,
them having to deal with the
with the
cost of that
mortgage
mortgage
rate.
and loan shark.
Also, the ad they put on TV after that when they first introduced Sigourney Weaver's character, and their ad is playing on TV. Their ad sucks.
I
Like
thought it was pretty good.
it's just them like step forward, just read my line, step back. Where's the pizzazz? You're a ghost hunting company. You couldn't have filmed any of that, put it on screen. Terrible. But they're also buying the worst shit for their company, like a condemned firehouse.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. This was so many poor financial decisions,
Mm-hmm.
and then it just happened to work out.
Yeah. If I convinced you to reverse mortgage your parents' house and then we went and saw something, you have
Yeah.
all this money, would you get the good, reasonable office or would you see a fireman's pole and be
Honestly,
like,
I'd see a fireman's pole, you know? Maybe he's having a midlife crisis, okay? You can't
he's
judge. You don't know what he's going through in life.
he might be. He started a ghost hunting company with his two middle-aged best
Exactly.
friends,
Yeah.
reverse
Plus,
mortgage his
I bet
house.
all three of them are rich as shit. Think they can afford to go to university for parapsychology and do a doctorate?
Yeah. That's crazy to me that
There's some mommy and daddy money involved in that, I'm telling you.
what university is offering a parapsychology
Well, I think
degree?
it's already kind of established in the premise of the movie that ghosts exist.
I
Like,
guess.
you know what I mean? So maybe more people know ghosts exist.
Maybe. Um,
I prefer to think they came up with them themselves, though.
you know what I love? When they're setting up the firehouse and Bill Murray just comes through and just is rude as shit to their secretary. And then out from under the desk comes Egon.
Yeah, like
What was
what?
he doing under there?
They had this like romance subplot just going in the background throughout the course of the film.
You
I
can't
don't know.
start
There's just so
the.
much going on. It's such a weird movie, but I thought it was good. I liked
It
it.
was good. You can't start the romance subplot with a man coming out from underneath their desk.
Yeah, good point.
And I get he's setting up the fax machine or whatever, but come on. Um, Also, during I love their first ghost busting gig because they're clearly like they do not know what they're doing. They're not organized. I know you and I talked about this before we recorded, but during like the ballroom scene where they're like, "Oh shit, we got to get this thing." Like everyone get their thing on. Bill Murray's like, "I'm going to pull the tablecloth out from under the
Yes.
glass." And he like knocks everything over. And it's the way he says it. He's like, the flowers are still standing.
Yeah, I know. All the random throwaway lines, like that one scene in the jail where Bill Murray just starts like singing a Christmas Carol or something like that.
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely done on the day.
Just chaos, but it was good.
I bet the script for this was like 12 pages.
And then it was just them riffing for the rest of the time.
Yeah, and they were just like, I don't know, just figure it out, guys. Come on. What else have I taken notes on here? Um, I love that after the ballroom scene again, they're like, okay, now you have to pay us. And he's like, fuck that. They're like, put it back, put the ghost back.
Yeah.
Like, no hesitation. Then he's like, hold on. Okay, wait, damn, wait. All right, I'll pay you. Which honestly, I feel like should give them bad press. Like, if that happened today, there would be a Yelp review and they'd be closed within a week. But instead, their business blows up afterwards.
Yeah, and they're on TV and everything.
Yeah, makes no sense. But maybe that's okay. Because if they didn't blow up, we would never get Dan Aykroyd dreaming of that crazy ghost top.
Yeah, right. I guess the problem with a lot of these movies from this time is that the romantic subplot is just sort of stalking and sexual assault.
Yeah, we talked about that too, where most of Bill Murray and Sigourney
That is not a
Weaver's
healthy relationship.
relationship is just Bill Murray harassing her,
Yeah.
which I feel like culminates. I don't understand why they get together at the end of this movie. There's like barely any attraction. They never go on a first date. Their biggest like sexual interaction is when she's possessed
Yes.
and doesn't
And then
understand
acting
what's
like a dog.
happening. Bill
It's
Murray
problematic.
essentially walks in on someone who's been date raped and is like, all right, you know?
It was not good.
Because I feel like there's implication. It doesn't show anything in the apartment, but there's a lot of clothes on the floor after whatever tussle they've had.
I think he changed what he was wearing as well. So
I don't like that. Why? That's half of the Ghostbusters have banged possessed or ghosts in this movie. That's an insane margin. Half? Like, what are they doing? It's insane.
I just need whatever they are on in the writer's room.
There had to have been like 4 days of writing this movie. Also, the actors wrote the movie, I think. The guy who plays Egon is like famous in Hollywood, not just as an actor, but also a writer.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, I think he wrote a lot of this. And Dan Aykroyd. Dan Aykroyd was probably the one who was like, ghosts. Like it was probably a regular like janitorial company before Dan Aykroyd hit the writer's room and was like, "Have you guys ever thought about putting vodka in a crystal skull?" I guarantee he's the one who got this done. Um, what'd you think of the grimy New York City? Well, I don't remember what department he's with, but government guy.
Oh, I thought, look, bro was probably being pretty reasonable. Like,
Yeah,
the government would make that assumption. Um, but I thought he did a good job of playing like a greasy government agent trying to shut them down. I was pissed off at him,
yeah.
but he probably
Honestly,
had the right idea.
if it followed hit like a day in his life, I bet we'd be rooting for him instead because the Ghostbusters are probably in the wrong.
Yeah, and he probably used to deal with so much shit all the time.
Yeah. Also,
He just wants to make the city safer.
his big thing was like they're scamming people. Who do you think scammed him that he's so pissed off about this like in his mind big ass scam? Because the
Yeah, he's
grounds
having
of
some trouble
like,
at home.
huh?
Poor guy.
Um the grounds of like are you keeping a nuclear reactor in your basement are pretty sound, I think.
Yeah, I think
But
the all shut down the containment seal
mhm.
was you know what I mean? They were just like, okay, let's make him an unreasonable person who's gonna
Yeah.
fuck up the city because before the audience realizes that he has a point.
Yeah. Put his hating meter at 100%.
Exactly.
Also, I think it's during the when they're arguing in the mayor's office. Someone calls him dickless, and the mayor's like, "Can you confirm what he's saying
Yeah.
is true?" And he's like, "Yes, this man has no dick."
It is pretty funny movie.
Yeah, I thought it was good. And the ending is iconic, I feel like, with
Mhm.
the stuff on the roof. And how did they survive the explosion after they send Zool or whatever back
Maybe
into
they're
the
protected by the. Yeah, I know that fire that comes out the door
Mhm.
pour through that marshmallow, so they should be toast.
Yeah, before they sent whatever her name was back to the shadow realm, you know,
I think it was like Gonzo or something like
Gonzo. It for sure wasn't, but let's call her
that.
Gonzo. Yeah, no, it was good. I enjoyed it. Also, I feel like the we'll talk about the CGI for a second. The devil dog stuff is mostly done practically, but then
Yeah,
when
I
it
thought that was good.
it is really good, but then when it has to like chase the neighbors,
Yeah, there is, and also that part at the end with the doors where
yeah,
there's like a shot of the Ghostbusters and they're CGI'd and in the back. There's this definite difference between those two.
it's like the only thing I feel like that doesn't hold up. Everything else looks so good and that looks so shit.
Yeah,
And I'm
that whole scene where it's like the ghosts, exploding out from the like
Mhm.
Ghostbusters place and flying around the city and doing all shit, and the music, I thought that was good. I like that.
Yeah.
I felt like I was having a fever dream when I was watching it, but anyway.
Yeah. No, it's really good. The CGI holds up even today. And I think part of that is the movie looks really good. And it's because it's shot on film, because that was the only option back then. And there's something about film that allows it to like endlessly be upgraded to like 4K and 8K and
Oh, I
HD.
see.
Whereas digital cameras, everything that's shot on digital is just how it looks. I wonder if the devil dog situation, the like weird claymation thing, is shot on something else and like put on top of it.
Oh, I
So
see.
when it's upscaled, it just really is noticeably
Yeah, I guess that's right.
terrible. Because I bet it looked pretty good for the 80s.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything else looks really good. The ghosts look really good. The proton packs looks good. We didn't really cover them. Also, the neighbor is annoying. We didn't really touch on him either, but he pisses me off
The
for most of
accountant
the
dude.
movie. Yeah.
I thought he was gonna become a Ghostbuster or something. And then he just sort of kept pissing me off more and more as the movie went, and I was like, I don't want him to be a Ghostbuster. And then I stood up and cheered when they took him in the other direction at the very end of the movie. True story.
I think he's a Ghostbuster in the second movie.
Oh my God. And we were saying it flopped.
Yeah. Also, I love the guy they bring in. I don't remember his name. The just the he's looking for a job. That's it. He doesn't want to really catch ghosts. He's just
Yeah,
like, does it
exactly.
pay?
Yeah, that was good too. No,
Damn,
I
I
thought the actor who played the little neighbor guy was good.
yeah.
Uh,
I don't
and Paul Blart
remember
was the enemy.
I don't remember their names. Ernie Hudson played the fourth
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ghostbusters they bring in, and Rick Moranis is the neighbor. But you know, like I said earlier, I do not remember any of the characters' names in this. I look at them and I'm like, oh, this actor, that actor. Can't remember for the life of me. But how much money do you think this movie was made for?
Was made for.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking about how the CGI was pretty good before. I'm
Hmm.
gonna say, but I don't know my like 80s movie budgets. I'm gonna say
Well,
like four,
hold on. What did we
50
say?
million,
We
50
talked
million
about
dollars.
Back to the Future a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
What was the budget for that?
Okay.
That was made for $19 million. So how much do you think this was made for?
I'm gonna say 25.
25. You think this looks better than Back to the Future?
Yes. Final
Okay.
answer.
This was made for $30 million.
So I was right. You were trying to steer me off.
I was. You didn't
Damn.
fall for my baiting. What the
You're right.
hell,
I should have
man?
gone down, actually.
Yeah.
But listen
You're
to you.
like this. You should have been like, oh, you're right. Back to the Future does look better, but
Anyway, how much
it
did it
doesn't.
make?
Well, how much do you think it made on a budget of
We're doing this
$30
again.
million? dollars? Yeah.
I'm gonna say it made $65 million. Final
Okay.
answer.
$65 million. dollars.
I bet I hit the nail on the head with that.
This earned on a budget of $30 million at the time, 296 million.
I think I was pretty close.
You were off by a little bit.
Yeah, but just I'll just say what's the number you just said again?
269 million.
Yeah, 269 million, and then you cut that over what I
I
just
will
said.
absolutely not be cutting that over, and I'll leave you trying to to cover it up in. How's
Yeah,
that make you feel?
even worse.
Of all the sequels and everything, the whole franchise, this made the most money by far, actually. They all have
Really?
made in the $200 million range, but um the sequel made 215 million and was made for more money. So it didn't make as much. And then 2016's all female Melissa McCarthy Ghostbusters made 230. Afterlife and Frozen Empire both made 202 and then 201. So,
Any of those numbers 65 million?
no, there's
Damn.
not even a 65 million. There's not even 65 in the numbers.
Well, we'll still keep saying I was close.
But actually, if you take the 296 million and 215 million,
Stop doing the math.
you get the six and then the five at the end of both numbers, and that makes a 65.
Wow.
So if we jump through some hoops,
I
you're
was right
right.
from the beginning.
Yeah.
I read your mind. Anyway, how many proton packs would you give this movie out of three?
How many proton packs? I would give this, yeah, I'd give it three. This was good. It's a classic for a reason.
Yeah, okay. I'll give it three as well for the same reason.
Yeah. It's so good I would cross the streams in the
Tell me you're cutting
bathroom.
that part out.
No. No, yeah, it was good. I like this. It made a lot of money for a reason. It's a good movie. I think the subsequent sequels haven't done as well. And part of it's because like I know that the cast of the original four Ghostbusters, they have something in their contracts where they all have to agree on the story for
Oh,
the
really?
sequel to move forward, even if they're not going to be in it. They all have to say, yes, this is what it's going to be,
Okay.
which is why it took forever for those sequels to get made.
Yeah, to make this next one.
But enough about Ghostbusters. We hate Ghostbusters.
Wow.
All
You
that
just gave it
praise.
three proton packs.
Yeah, I did. Did you say how many you gave it? You said two?
I said three. I said three.
Oh, I don't listen to a damn thing you say, huh?
Oh.
Well, moving on, we're going to talk about what we've been watching. Let's hear about the
What have you
one.
been watching?
Well, check this out. I've been watching this new show that's been coming out on HBO Max here in the States, called The Chair Company. And I think I've told you
Oh,
about it.
I've heard of that. I think you might have
Yeah.
talked to me about that.
I think you talked to me about it.
Oh.
Um, it's so good. It's from the guys who did I Think You Should Leave. It's a conspiracy drama show with the same deadpan humor of I Think You Should Leave. It is so funny. And it's like genuine conspiracy intrigue actually has my attention. Like I really want to know how like the story is going to go, not just I wonder what jokes are going to happen this week.
Yeah, okay. Maybe I'll have to watch it.
You do have to there's only 3 episodes out right now, but
Yeah, so I can get there pretty easily.
there's so many good like I think you should leave moments in it because he works in an office, so he's surrounded by office people and they're like their job is they're building a mall. And the whole thing starts because he's giving this press conference and he goes to sit in his chair on stage and the chair like completely breaks as soon as he sits on it and he's laying flat on the floor and he looks up and his coworker's standing there and he's looking up like her skirt on
What?
stage and he just has to be like, no, I'm good, I'm fine. And they're like, all right, and they keep moving, but he's so like consumed by this he starts like looking into the chair manufacturer to try and get an apology from them only to find out this like manufacturer doesn't exist. Like everything exists. He even finds the warehouse and goes to it, but it's like abandoned
Oh shit.
and like people are sent after him. It's so good.
Okay, you've convinced me.
Yeah, you're gonna have to watch it. They're like 30-minute episodes too. They're easy to digest. And the ending of episode 2 genuinely has me, well, we have the conclusion to it, but the way episode 2 ends, I was like, "Oh, this isn't just a show with a couple awkward jokes in it. This is like this shit's real." It was actually so good.
Okay.
Also, not really a spoiler, but there is a moment in the third episode where the mall they're building doesn't have like any football stuff in a football town, and he he goes on the news to say that, and like a former Cleveland Browns football player goes on the news and is like crying because this new mall is not gonna have any football stuff, and they're getting like calls about it, and the secretary tells him at one point, they're like, "Hey, people are really mad about this." And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. We just don't have any football stuff. I don't know what to tell you." And she's like, "People are sending you like death threats." It's like there was one guy who left a message and he said he's gonna fuck you in the ass with a football. And Tim Robinson stands there, he's like, "What? He's gonna what?" And then he just goes to his office and it's never brought up again. It's so good. Everyone needs to go watch that show. It's genuinely incredible. But Alex, what have you been watching?
I've been watching a show called Slow Horses at the moment.
Okay, what's that about?
It's on Apple TV, which I think make pretty good shows, stuff like Severance.
They do make good stuff, yeah.
And it's like sort of MI5 operatives, which is like the UK's spy
Hmm.
force. But the ones who like make a major fuck up get sent down to like the stupid house.
Dang.
And then it has Gary Oldman as like the star spy master.
Okay.
And some really good acting. Anyway, the story is way crazier than I thought. I think it's based on some sort of spy novels. And
Hmm.
it's pretty good. But one of the things I like is that I mean they're on like season 5 right now. It's been coming out for a
Damn.
while. I only just heard about it started coming out in 2022, I think.
Dang.
Because they record the next season like as they're showing the first one or something like
Okay.
that. So you get to the end of the season, and then it says like it's already showing you the last episode shows you what's coming up next in the next
Oh,
season.
nice.
I think Apple TV does a good job of like funding shows that are doing
Hmm.
well. So Slow Horses, check it out.
Yeah. No, that sounds interesting. What's like the intrigue around that? Like, are they solving a case or are they just, is it a comedy?
I think because it's based on a series of spy novels, is my understanding, is that each season is like another book.
Oh, I like
So there's
those.
like a
Yeah.
different sub, intrigue plot in the book. Like the first one is about like these like right wing like militant group
Hmm.
kidnap some kid. Um, but it's like not actually their fault. It's a whole thing. Well, I'm not gonna spoil. I think the second one, the second season, is like about Russians, like from the Cold War. That one's pretty good.
Hmm.
Anyway, each of them is a spy novel, so it changes each time, and also they like don't hold back from killing characters. Like I think
Damn.
the cast is being new each season.
Damn. That sounds really good.
It
I
has
might
me
have to
hooked.
give that a watch. I just got
Definitely.
Apple TV again, so
Okay, well I'm
I
pirating it, so.
okay.
But
Great.
Apple TV does a good job of producing shows.
They do. I used to have it and then I canceled it and I re-up Peacock for Ghostbusters and they now have a tier that's like Peacock plus Apple TV. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, the two things I canceled for like a
Yeah, I think they have one
budget
on with
price."
Amazon Prime too. Anyway,
Yeah.
to avoid me saying that I'm pirating it, I'll give you another
Oh,
phrase to cut back over from before. Saying it was
okay.
like I'm also watching it on Apple TV legally, like you.
Great.
And then you just
I'll
put that
cut
back on
that
there.
in.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
Have you been watching anything else? I think I only have one other thing I've really been watching.
No, not much. I've just started watching this movie called House of Dynamite, which looks really good. Making me feel
Okay.
very patriotic. And the Chainsaw Man movie. But
Uh, that's anime, right?
yes, it is.
The guy loves his anime.
I literally not the first two shows I listed, but okay.
Oh,
What else are you watching?
The new season of Smiling Friends is coming out.
Oh, I've been watching that. That's good.
Yeah, that's so funny. I've not watched the most
Dude,
recent
the
episode
house
that
episode and the
I
mole. Dude, that was yeah. Anyway.
I think a new episode came out yesterday and I've not gotten a chance to watch it, but that premiere with the building inspector
Yeah.
is so good, and the ending is already a meme where he just turns into dust.
Yes. That's really
Plus
good.
plus when he shows up and the boss is like, "Give me 1 second," and he pulls
Yeah,
out
yeah. Yes.
Alan. We are
You're
so
so
fucked.
fucked.
Yeah, the boss has been getting so much good stuff this season. I love it.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't even remember what the last episode was. Oh, the like Mr. Frog episode.
Yeah, there's the Mr. Frog episode, and then there's the one where there's the Mole Man one. Was another one.
Yeah. The Mole Man one's good. Um,
Yeah, Mr. Frog episode was crazy. That was like an Oscar-worthy nomination
yeah,
from Craig Bratton.
it was like a deep introspective episode. And I love that his dad's like a human in like green body paint.
He did green, yes.
Yeah, and that's like the only joke about his character is he's a green body paint man, because otherwise he's like, your mother died. I didn't bother to call you. You never come home. It's like actually sad.
Yeah, I know.
No, it's so good. And I'm trying to think of the other joke. Oh, during the Mole Man episode when they're like kidnapped, and Charlie was like, "Oh my God, is that what I look like? I need to go to the gym like fucking immediately."
Yeah, and then he's
For
like,
the
"Oh, that's a
show.
classic Charlie line."
Hmm. Yeah. Also, I guess Alan is gay. Have you been sticking around for like the post-credit scenes for those episodes?
No, I haven't.
You remember in the Mr. Frog episode, he
Mm.
like punches Charlie and then runs away after he's like, I don't know who you are.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thank you. The ending of that episode is Charlie being like, look, his face is still not right, but just like don't say anything. And Alan's like, oh, all right. And Charlie comes in, his face is all fucked up. And they're trying to be really supportive because Charlie's like, is it that bad? And they're like, no, it's good. And he's like, thanks, guys. I'm still the same old me. And the boss walks into the room and he's like, yo, guys, did you see Charlie's new fucked up face on Facebook? And he looks down at Charlie's like, oh, and just the episode ends right there. It's so good. That's pretty much all I've been watching though. Otherwise, I've been on the YouTube.
I've been playing Hollow Knight sequel, Silk Song, which everyone also should be playing.
Oh, I've heard that's really good. I didn't play the first Hollow Knight.
Well, you missed out because that's also incredible.
So
Genre
I've heard.
defining game. That's what I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, I've heard Shovel Knight's like the shit. Not
Shovel
Shovel
Knight?
Knight, Hollow Knight.
Shovel Knight is what it was, I think, before.
Yeah. No, I've been too busy grinding that Fort Nightmares event. All right, you ready to end it here?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you everyone for watching or listening. I guess listening, there's no video on these, but yeah, we'll be back in 2 weeks to cover The Running Man, that new Glenn Powell movie. I'm pretty excited for that. Looks pretty good.
Yeah. I've seen it too.
Yeah. So we'll be back. If you like listening to this, go check out another one of our episodes. If you run through all those somehow, go check out our other podcast, Trading Paperbacks. I do with my friend Gary. And yeah, like I said, we'll be back in 2 weeks to cover another movie that's actually relevant this time.
Hmm.
All right.
Ghostbusters is relevant.
Bye, everyone.